Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. Today is the moveset showcase, or the moveset memories video. Still getting used to the new name. Of Strowd from Real Bout 2. He is a speed boxer with a partially invincible weave and a lot of ways to move around the stage. And also like really crazy offense too. Before we showcase his moves, there's one thing I'd like to say. Is that Strowd is the speed boxer of the Fatal Fury series. However, there is a unique character in the KOF series who pretty much stole his whole bag. In the King of Fighters 99, when teams have expanded from 3 members to 4, they wanted to add a character from the Real Bout series to the game. The vote was split between Strowd and Li Zhangfei, and unfortunately, for Strowd, Li Zhangfei was added to the women team. In KOF 2000, a brand new character, Vanessa, would become the series' staple speed boxer, even stealing a weave move and a backdash into full screen punch move. So today will be moveset memories, not just for Strowd in City of the Wolves, but also we'll be taking a little bit of a look at Vanessa to see how both speed boxers use their respective moves and how some of his or her moves could end up in Fatal Fury. Starting off is throw gung ho. A 2-hitter that ends with an uppercut as his forward throw. Both Strowd and Vanessa have this move. Forward and punch is chopping right. A 2-hitting overhead. Both Strowd and Vanessa have this move. Smashing sword is crouching forward and punch. Likely a low dodge attack. And then you have dashing punch. It may look the same as just far punch, but far punch cannot go into a specific target combo. Unlike proximity punch. However, regardless of distance, dashing heavy can. Core circle forward and punch, or heavy, is shooting star. A really fast punch attack. Combos from lights too. The heavy version's kinda gimmicky. Because he goes low when attacking, City of the Wolves could give it like a low profile property that makes it dodge high attacks. However, it's very YOLO since it's very unsafe on block, so you kind of don't want to do that. In addition, this move has an EX version. Now, EX versions in City of the Wolves don't need explanation, but the ones in Real Bout kind of do. Alongside being able to do a super, some moves are enhanced by simply entering S power state, which gradually goes down like max mode. Using a move that is enhanced by S power makes the super timer go down even faster. And Shooting Star is one of those moves, giving you a comboable launcher after this move connects. In Real Bout 2, Shooting Star is one of Strowd's feint moves. Z input in punch is Hellion. A launcher. An unusual launcher. Typically, a launcher only works on grounded opponents, or they work regardless of state. However, Strowd's launcher works best when the opponent is being juggled. So if you do crouch kick into crouch heavy target combo, it works. Not easy to do, but through small setups like this, Hellion loops in the original game exist. You can just, under the right circumstances, you can loop Hellion into itself. Next up, Blazing Sunburst, and unblockable. This move will circumvent ref guard and standard blocking. Now, whether or not it circumvents just defend will be another question entirely. It's unblockable, but it's extremely slow. Frame 49, almost a full second. For reference, on Hell in the King of Fighters 15, Unchained Finish straight is frame 27. This move is almost twice as slow. If this move hits, you can go into max mode Shooting Star. Next up is Divine Blast. Rick Strowd will backdash a good amount before doing an almost full screen punch. It's minus 17 on block, very punishable, but it's not really committal because you can press the lane button right after the backdash to not do the punch at all. Vanessa has this move from one of her command dashes into forward heavy. And last but not least, Full Moon Fever. In Rick Strowd's moveset, this is the only special move that makes use of the kick button. This is because you're meant to hold the button. On an arcade stick, you have one finger on the button. And while you hold it, you're fully invincible to high attacks, but not crouching mids or lows. While your finger is on the button, you're supposed to input the motion of another attack. So quarter circle back kick, hold the kick button, and then quarter circle forward punch to get light Shooting Star from stance. Quarter circle back and kick, quarter circle back and heavy, press lane button to do the backdash portion of Divine Blast without the punch. Forward, and then half circle forward, heavy and kick gets you Gaia's Breath. A punch attack so strong that it has a little bit of disjoint on the second hit, and it causes a wall bounce on hit. And if your health is 50% or less, you have your hidden super, Howling Bull. A really big string of punches that you have to block low, because some parts are low, some parts are mids. I believe the first 3 hits are mids, which give you enough time to block low on reaction. But still a really big super. That's also plus on block. Plus 12 on block. And now for Vanessa. We'll be looking at both her KOF 11 and KOF 15 iterations. She keeps Hellion in the King of Fighters 11. However, it is removed in other iterations. Vanessa has a unique commander move, Sliding Puncher. A sliding sweep that also low profiles. Rick Strowd's dashing multi-punch move is divided into 2 moves. The multi-punch itself is Machine Gun Puncher, half circle back and punch. You can increase the number of hits by mashing the punch button. And the dashing part is Dash Puncher. Just like Rick Strowd's light Shooting Star, the light version of Dash Puncher is incredibly important for Vanessa's offense. It's the start to a lot of dangerous combos. And then you have Puncher Vision and Puncher Weaving. Alongside a stance that's immune to highs, you also have a backdash and a forward dash. She cannot weave into any other special move she has. She can only weave into a set of pre-programmed options. But she can weave into her dash into another weave. And then into her pre-programmed options. So a lot of her mobility, what makes her scary is on pressure, on block, and during combos, having to dash into weave into dash and keep your opponent guessing. My execution is not very good, so imagine that just like 5 times speed. So during a forward dash, you have Puncher Upper, a dash variation of your launcher, dash forward heavy punch is Puncher Straight, which knocks down. Back and either punch buttons is weave. During backdash, Puncher straight is a little different. Once again, it's the exact same move that Rick Strowd had that you can cancel with the lane button. But then you can also do the exact same launcher and also enter weave. And then from weave, if you weave with light punch, while holding the light punch button, if you're holding one punch button to weave, then you must use the other punch button to attack. Forward is a launcher, and then back is a slam. The controls are a little different in KOF 15. And then during the weave, you can press forward and back kick to dash. During a weave, the dash distance is the same, unlike from idle stance. Vanessa has two supers. Typically, Vanessa has her own unique set of supers. The only exception being that one time in KOF 2002 UM, where her hidden desperate super was the same as Rick Strowd's. Every 2002 UM hidden super is a reference to something in the series. Like Terry using Rock super from Mark of the Wolves. Super 1 is Crazy Puncher, down back down forward, the Power Geyser input. She dashes forward and supers you. And then Champion Puncher, you have to be very close to the opponent. Leader super number 1 is Puncher Finish. If Vanessa is the leader and uses one of her regular supers, double forward and both heavy punch and blowback attack, knockback attack, CD, allows you to perform Puncher Finish. During one of your supers, you'll perform the second hit of Gaia's Breath. Another instance of Vanessa stealing Rick Strowd's moves. And then the other super is an install named Max Puncher. Max Puncher is basically Maximum from KOF 2002. My fucking hand hurts, fuck. An important aspect that makes her dashes and her weave very important, and pretty much where her execution comes from, is that without any max mode, without any of the max puncher install supers, you can cancel weave actions into dash on whiff, hit, or block, and allows you to just eat at the opponent's guard gauge through a very scary sequence. There are definitely gaps, they're definitely interruptible, but it's not very committal either. You can just sit back and weave. So if they try to whiff punish, you can just go back in. Chaining all of these different dash and weave options together is definitely a lot on your hands. Even with the way the KOF series makes it easier by making weave and dash follow-ups single inputs, like forward and light punch, forward and light kick, so on and so forth. Canceling attacks into puncher weaving and instantly leaving the puncher weaving like so allows you to chain attacks together, either for block pressure or combos, just like a feint cancel in City of the Wolves. Once upon a time, this gave birth to an infinite where Vanessa was canceling heavy punch into weave infinitely in KOF 2000. Which is the basis of her level 3 super in KOF 15 and 14. And that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you like it, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a nice day!